And I think this next guy is going to be the key to unlocking what guys like Fedoni, Carter Nelson, Isaiah Nayor, all these new guys that are coming into the program, along with guys like Malachi and Jalen and Demetrius Hill, or is it Demetrius Hill? There's a
Is it
kid coming
Bell?
from Tennessee, or
Demetrius
Bell.
Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That a lot of people are saying, watch this kid. He's not here now, but when he gets here, he could be our kick returner, maybe even our punt return specialist. He's just that kind of an electric athlete. But this next guy, which for me, I went back and forth as to whether this was going to be the last guy I talked about or put in this spot, but I decided to put him here, and that would be our new quarterback coach and co-OC, Glenn Thomas. Um, I think he's going to have. I hate to be a broken record. I think I had Malachi at good impact and maybe one of your other guys at good impact, but every one of my guys, I think I've said at most. And I think Glenn Thomas is going to have the most impact of anybody on our entirety of our offense just because he's a competent QB coach and he's probably got one of the best quarterbacks to come out of high school in a long time to coach. Um, 10 years of college football experience as a coordinator. He was the QB coach and co-OC at Baylor when they were really good in 2017 through 2019 when Rhule was there. Won a what they do? They almost won the Big 12 conference. 11 games, 10 games one year, 11 games the next. He was the OC at Temple with Rhule in 2015 and 16 was the first time they had back-to-back 10-win seasons ever. They were the AAC champs the year before Frost won it at UCF with a 413.6 yards per game average and 32.4 points per game. To me, those numbers just jump out at me. The 413.6 and the 32.4. I know that was in the AAC. I understand the Big Ten is a different animal. But man, if we can just improve on what we did last year by 6 points a game, go from 19 points a game or 18.5 points a game to 24. God, that's going to win us at least 3 more, if not 4. So those numbers jump out. I think he has the most impact, especially on guys like Fedoni, Carter Nelson, all these other talented players that we have coming in because he's going to run that passing game probably to pretty good efficiency, I would think. So, and he's tutelage. He'll be given tutoring to a quarterback that we have not seen the likes of at Nebraska, at least on a talent level, since the last guy that wore number 15, who was really good, last name of Frazier. So different quarterbacks, similar talent level in my mind. So what do you think?
This one is probably the hardest one for me to judge because he's one of only 2 out of this list of 10 most impactful people on the season. One of only 2 that we have seen nothing from.
Right.
Like he's arriving. He's a new arrival to the program. And our quarterback room is in DEFCON 5 or DEFCON 4 or whatever. Like we need help in our quarterback room. We've needed it since the early 2000s post Crouch. Like we just haven't, aside from, I mean, okay, so we've had some decent quarterbacks. I don't want to discount Taylor Martinez or Kellogg or Armstrong or stuff. We've had some decent quarterbacks. But what we really need is elite quarterback play. That's what's going to put Nebraska back on the map. We need elite quarterback. We need an identity in our quarterback room. And is Glenn Thomas going to be the guy to do that? I really don't know. I think he's got a good potential for it, but I would say no matter what, you have to put him as most impactful because he's gonna have an impact, whether good or bad. He's gonna leave an impression. If he does, if our quarterback room improves, that is the most impact he could possibly do. If our quarterback room does absolutely nothing, that has the most impact on our offense because we suck still. So so yes, I think no matter which way you look at this guy, you have to say he has the most impact because our quarterback room is in SOS mode. We need some serious help in our quarterback room. Do I think Glenn Thomas is the guy? I have a sneaking suspicion to say yes. But I guess we won't know until we see it.
Sure.
But yeah, when it comes to coaching, Like, it's easy to look at a player and go, okay, yeah, he hasn't proved himself yet, but look at this, look at that, look at that. You kind of have some tangibles, and you could say this guy, no matter who his coach is or whatever, he can either be a good addition or a bad addition. You can
Mhm.
generally make that judgment. When it comes to coaches, that is a game of personality, philosophy. I don't mean literal politics, but the politics of football.
Oh, sure.
Um, so what is he going to bring to the table to this quarterback room? I really don't know.
Mhm.
But no matter what, he is going to make the most impact. So let's hope, let's pray to the football gods that it is good, most impact.
Sure. You know what? I can't argue with that. I think Charlie Brewer under his wing at Baylor only got better each season. Same with the Temple quarterback. So I'm going on track record. Like I said, he's just coming in. We don't know what he's going to bring necessarily, but you got to admit what he's going to have to work with here, as far as between probably Kaelin and Dylan, is probably equal talent, if not greater, than what he worked with for sure at Temple and definitely at Baylor. So I'm going to go with that. What he has to work with, the palette that he gets to paint with, is probably going to show off. As you said, though, either most impact in the wrong way or most impact in a good way.